Rastafari call you. Jamaica, look how young Mama Africa calling you. So long Rastafari call you.
Welcome back, and now for a look at the event central to this mission in Africa. Unification of Africans at home and abroad being a key objective, organizers used Abi Reggae's inaugural staging as a starter, integrating Jamaicans and African professionals both on and off stage.
For Jamaica, yes, this is Masakoko speaking. I'll be on the Abi Reggae Festival.
J'ai jamais vu en Côte d'Ivoire, donc on est là pour soutenir quoi. Big up Rastafari.
Hello Jamaica, my name is Gen Divine. Kiss, kiss, all love for you.
For in addition to an impressive mix of stars from the island and the continent, the event also saw Jamaicans working alongside Africans in logistics, engineering, and management of the 4-day fest.
People are just like at home. Yeah, I guess we really did come from this side of the world.
It's a very, very good step in the right direction in terms of that. Usually situations like this where, you know, well, speaking for third world, it will be more like a set of Jamaican artists who went to tour, say, France or Switzerland, or, you know. This different component where the African artists are actually performing with us on the same shows, I think is very, very positive because there's so much music coming out of Africa now.
This trip so far has been a great trip. I really enjoyed it, especially being able for 8 or 9 to come and represent our strong part of our reggae music, and especially accompanying Master Griffiths and Judy Mort.
The Jamaican internationals with headline billings were Judy Mort, Marcia Griffiths, Morgan Heritage, Third World, Kimani Marley, and Muta Baruka.
I tell you, it's an absolute pleasure to be here in Abidjan representing Jamaica. And for Morgan Heritage, it's a 20-year anniversary for the first time we came to the Ivory Coast. So it's a big deal for us, and we're humbled.
It was just truly amazing just coming in yesterday and seeing the development of 20 years.
This is something that we all need to support, you know what I mean, because you have to realize that we, especially we out in the Caribbean, we hold on to our African roots, and a lot of what we do musically, culturally is from Africa. We haven't let it go, or we haven't, you know, diverted from who we really are in essence.
When you can unify Africans at home and abroad, that means we're making progress as a people.
Some want you to want this to be extended to the point where instead of you going to Europe or South America or Japan or somewhere, you're coming to Africa and doing a continental tour. Is that
yes? And it would be Morgan Heritage dream come true. When our father first came to Ivory Coast, that was one of the things that he prophesied about, was touring Africa.
It chose music to unite the African diaspora is reggae, because everybody in the diaspora can relate to reggae.
Absolutely, it's for years. Remember that when Mandela was locked up in prison, it's Jamaicans, Jamaican reggae fraternity was say, free Mandela, me say free, all them tune. Until this day that South Africa doesn't charge Jamaicans. If you have a Jamaican passport, you don't need a visa to go to South Africa. And there's several countries throughout the world that love and respect Jamaicans because what we stand for, especially behind Mandela. I remember that. I remember going to South Africa and a lot of our people in our crew had to get a visa, but the Jamaicans didn't need a visa. Africa has come a long way. You can see banks like Zenith Bank, and if you watch TV on international CNN, you see where it's starting. You know, we are now at 1 billion people on the continent.
Yes. It's about unifying a people, not just a country, but a people, globally. You know what I mean? And musically, this is what we've been singing about from day one till now, and we will continue to do it. Because, you know, you can't sing Africa and sing unification of people and not want to be a part of these type of events.
The Africans included Cote d'Ivoire's own Alpha Blondy Takana of Guinea and Coco Dembele of Mali.
She's African. You're African. It's this big African family coming together. And we want this to be a beginning, okay? An endless beginning.
All right, so here we are now, all set and ready for opening night. The very first night of this 4-day festival. The very first reggae festival on the African continent. Fire! Yeah! Fire! Known as Le Palais de la Culture, the venue for 4 consecutive nights was immersed in roots one-drop rhythms. So authentic, language was sometimes the only reminder that we were not in Kingston, Jamaica. The Africans were incredibly comfortable delivering the Jamaican genre, animating patrons with great ease. Opening night was an all-African lineup with the continent's leading man, son of Abidjan, Alpha Blondy, tasked with closing. Alpha Blondy! The first Jamaican act was the penultimate on night 2, the legendary Third World. Representing like the internationally renowned band they are. But little did we know of the closing act, Takana Zion of Guinea, who to us Jamaicans was like Peter Tosh, Sizzler, and Chronix, all wrapped into one. Generating an electric atmosphere from arrival to stage.
We used to call him the African Sizzler of Africa, you know, because the man is bad. The man hailed out from Kenya, Guinea-Conakry. He has been to Mali. He had worked with a guy which name is Tiken Jaffa Koli. And now the man is taken up by himself. His latest album, which is called Rasta Government, has been recorded in Kingston, Jamaica, with people like Capleton. He just have a featuring with Sizzler in Jamaica. So the guy is the man to be. Those kind of people, we used to promote them, you know.
Night 3 gave the Africans one of Jamaica's most celebrated Afrocentric advocates, Muta Baruka. The dub poet turned media personality who used the occasion to simulcast his IRFM radio show from Abidjan connected with the Ivorians with as much comfort and ease as their acts connected with us, Jamaicans. What followed is best described as a Marley experience, featuring 2 of the original I3s, Marcia Griffiths and Judy Mort, followed by Kimani Marley. Backed by 809 Band, the legendary ladies took full ownership of the venue and could do no wrong for the Ivorians. Then came the son of the gong. Backed by an 8-piece aggregation, some students of Edna Manley College, Kimani delivered some of the biggest and proudest moments of the Jamaican contingent. On closing night, Morgan Heritage, with huge name ID in Abidjan, delivered the final Jamaican performance. And was precisely what the Ivorians ordered.
We were well represented by all the groups, you know, Third World, Morgan Heritage, Marcia Griffiths, Judy Mort, Morgan Heritage, 809 Band, and it was very good for us. The opening ceremony was magnificent. Especially that dance scene that we put on to show our dances. And from speaking to all of the organizers, they want to make this an annual event. So we're going to be working hard to accomplish that. At first it was every 2 years, but the fact that it went off so good, they're looking forward for us to do it on an annual event.
This is an actual alligator, the head of an alligator owned by Copeland. Copeland bought it here in Africa. Both of them will be going to jail in Paris.
Accomplice.
This is from the motherland, and we have to take pride in exhibiting our stuff from the motherland.
I know I came here for a purpose, and I think I accomplished that.
A seed has been planted.
Yes, the seed has definitely been planted.
Everything worked out well. The package was right. The participants were right. The place and time was right. And it is the beginning of something that I think is going to be great.
Okay, so that's a closer look at the event that brought us here to Africa. Still to come right here on stage, two of the biggest international names in reggae out of Africa.
I was told not to be afraid.